Hello, good morning students. We were seeing about different tools of evaluation. So in that we are going to see about multiple choice questions. In last class we have seen about essays and short answers. Just I'll give today a brief description about another tool that is cognitive domain. Another type of tool is multiple choice questions. So it consists of a problem and a list of solutions will be there, and each question has three parts. There will be alternatives and correct response has to be chosen from that. You can see here an example that is vitamin necessary for healing the wound. That is the question, and question in multiple choice it is called as a STEM, and the correct answer is vitamin C. And you can see the distractors also. Minimum 3 to 4 distractors we are putting in the multiple choice question so that we can reduce the chances of guessing. And coming to the advantages of these multiple choice questions, that is, it is high quality and feasibility. It is easy to administer, and as there is no much guesswork happens in this multiple choice questions, quality is very high. It can measure effectively the learning outcome. So effective measurement is possible through this method. The objective test is more reliable. That is why we are using this type of multiple choice questions for almost all the competitive exams. We are having these kind of methods, especially these multiple choice questions as a format for all the competitive exams. That is the reason why, because it is objective and it is more reliable, free from ambiguity and vagueness. So that is specific to the point, and thereby we can reduce the ambiguity and vagueness. Saves time of the teacher and the computers can correct them. So it's not need, if it is in case of essay or short answer, the teacher has to sit and correct it, whereas if it is multiple choice, the teacher when set the questions itself, teacher can set the answers and automatically it will be corrected and come with an evaluation for the teacher. So that in that way the computer itself will be doing all these things. So especially for all the major competitive exams we are preferring this method of evaluation. There can be several question bank and used for the from time to time. So if we are setting 100 multiple choice questions, for 10 or 20 questions can be kept in the first exam. In the next exam another 10 questions can be taken from the similar question bank. So in that way a lot of questions can be prepared and kept ready. So it acts as a question bank and we can take out of it. So that is about the advantage. Coming to the disadvantages or limitations of this MCQ. To construct this MCQ it is little difficult. It is time consuming. The test of higher level of intellectual functioning are difficult to form. So it is very difficult to manage the higher level of intellectual functioning test. MCQs are limited to learning outcomes at verbal levels, but it cannot determine how pupils will perform in an actual situation. So we all know that the person who is performing the competitive exams well, it's not compulsory that in practical he is good in whether he or she is a good clinical nurse or not. So that is come as a limitation. Only in practical situation we don't know how, but theory the person may be well versed, but we don't know how much effectively the person can perform in the practical ways. It is inappropriate for measuring the ability to organize and present the idea. So organization and presentation of the ideas by his own ideas cannot be put up in this kind of MCQ questions. It takes some experience in setting proper multiple choice questions. So always beginners it will be find very difficult to prepare such questions. So it needs some experience. It is difficult to find sufficient number of incorrect but plausible distractors. So or when we are putting distractors or similar kind has to be put for all the questions. So to make such kind of distractors it may take time. General steps for formulating MCQ paper. So which are the things you have to keep in mind? First one is decide on number of MCQs to be included. Select appropriate number of various formats depending upon the learning outcomes to be tested. Group all similar formats together. So it's not compulsory in all the MCQs you need to put all the four options. You can put it as true or false, or you can put it as present absent form. So in that way, different format you can make for multiple choices. So don't mix and put the different formats. So once you are identify which format you are using, kindly put all the similar formats together. So it will be easy for the students once they are teachers to correct and students to answer it also. Check for inclusion of different formats with varying difficult level of answering. So that's what I told. Place some IC items at the beginning of the paper for psychological support for the student. Make sure that all part of an item are in the same page. Because one question in one page, distractors in another page. So kindly don't do that. Keep all the items in one page itself. Time should be adequate depending upon the total number of different formats on MCQs. If you are putting different formats, you have to give little more time than normal. So otherwise you can put entire MCQs in a single format. Instructions to the candidate as how to respond to the individual items must be clear. So initially itself, any question paper, you can see 1 or 2 line instructions will be given how to answer these type of questions. So in that way, basic instructions must be given to the candidates for performing of the MCQs. So this is all about MCQs. Before that, we have seen all these another types of domains. So this is how we are going to assess the knowledge, assessment of knowledge based on the cognitive type. I hope it is clear. Thank you.